the news. My name is Paul Lambert.
And I'm Megan Silva. Today is Thursday, December 21st.
First up is Mrs. Evers' new program called the Pineapple Chart. This is a great way for teachers to watch each other's lessons and learn new methods of teaching. Let's check it out.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Evers. I'm one of the assistant principals here at Grafton High School. I taught English at this school since 2003 and began this role as assistant principal in fall of 2015. And so this is my third year in the role and I'm loving every minute. The Pineapple Chart is a concept that was developed somewhere out there in the education world that I picked up on Twitter. Everyone knows I kind of like my Twitter. So this is happening at a lot of schools across the country as a way to get teachers to share their best practice with other teachers. So the Pineapple Chart gives teachers a chance to, if they're teaching something new and they would like some feedback, or they're doing something in class that they've done a lot and they really think it'd be helpful to show other people, they can put their name on a certain period of the week, and other teachers can come in, drop in, and watch. You may have noticed that there are pineapples in many of the doors throughout the classrooms in the building, and that's basically indicating, come on in, because pineapple, if you didn't know, is a sign of welcome. You may see them on like doors and knockers. There's all kinds of decorations with pineapples. So the concept is, if there's a pineapple up, you're welcome to come in and observe. So the goal of the Pineapple Chart is to get teachers to start feeling comfortable sharing what they do. And it's a culture that's just kind of starting to take shape in schools across the country because teachers aren't as comfortable showing their practice. They're a little self-conscious about what they do, just like everybody else. And unless they think it's spectacular, they're not opening their doors. And so we're trying to get teachers to open the doors to have other teachers observe, because really the best learning that teachers can do is by watching other teachers and seeing their job in another classroom and kind of getting ideas from other people. So in observing classrooms, I see all kinds of cool things every single day. And I would like to get the word out on how awesome and amazing our teachers are. I see things like collaborative activities. I see things like stations where kids are moving around the room. I see creativity happening in a lot of our classes where kids are highly engaged and excited about what they're doing, and an end product is there to show the world. I see lots of great interaction between teachers and students, relationships that are really helpful and strong, and help students know that this is a great place to come to school every day. I see all kinds of deep thinking happening. I see labs. I see great writing activities. I see good thinking using primary sources. All kinds of learning is happening all throughout this building. I really want teachers to know that the best way to learn, and they already know this, is from each other, and it really just takes a little bravery to say, come on in, even if it's something that you haven't tried before, or you know it could be a flop. It really doesn't matter. It's really about just sharing practice and having the conversation later with teachers. What did you think? Or what could I do differently? Or just the takeaway, oh, I'm going to use that activity. I never thought of that. I'm going to take that back to my classroom and try it. We're not big fans, educators, of sitting in a room and being talked to. We really like to learn by doing, just like kids do. So I'm hoping teachers will get on board with the Pineapple Chart and try putting themselves up there or going into someone's room and not feeling shy about checking out what's happening in other classrooms. So we have over 850 students, learners in our building, and if we expect our students to be lifelong learners, we too, as teachers and educators, need to show that we think that's important as well. And so my ultimate goal is to create a community of learners where everyone feels like learning is happening all the time, from student to adult, staff, faculty, anyone who walks in the door of this building should feel like they can learn here.
That sounds like an excellent program. We also had the opportunity to interview one of our school counselors, Mrs. Egan. Now is the time seniors are stressing about the college application process, so Mrs. Egan answers all the questions seniors are facing.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Egan, and I'm a school counselor at Grafton High School. I've been here for 20 years, and we're going to talk a little bit about college today. So there are a lot of factors that seniors should be thinking about. A lot of things people don't necessarily consider, like distance that they want to be away from home, what they want to major in. Once they decide the school they're looking at, they should get into more specifics, like do they have clubs that they would like to join? Are sororities or fraternities important? Athletics. There's a lot of things, so there's over 3,500 accredited schools across the United States. So schools that are not in Massachusetts are becoming more and more desirable for students that are in the area. So students should take a look at what they like in a school in this area, and then maybe look for schools that have a similar profile outside of Massachusetts. So that's becoming more and more commonplace. So because there are 3,500 schools, a lot of students feel like there's just a handful of schools in this area, but there's so many opportunities out there if they're willing to maybe just go a little bit further from home. So how many students go there? They want a big or a small school. Visiting is super important. Do not go where your friend is going, because that's what everyone decides to do, is just go where their friends are going, and then they find out it wasn't the perfect fit for them. So those are the important things I would say. Okay, so the Common App, there are almost 700 schools that accept the Common Application. All sorts of schools do not accept the Common App. If that's the case, then you'll want to go on to the school's website themselves, and almost everything is done electronically or online now. The Common App is one application that you would use to send to, some students are applying to all of their schools only using the Common App. So it's one application that you use to fill out that will be sent to all of the schools, and then there are a couple of specific questions for each school. 2 letters of recommendation from teachers are important. There's a form for your guidance counselor to fill out that's important. Pulling together all of your activities, a resume can be helpful. A lot of that gets copied over onto the Common App, so it is one comprehensive application. I think a lot of students just get stressed about the deadlines, so I think constant communication with your counselor for where you are in the process and what you might need. It's important to keep an eye on deadlines and maybe keep a list for yourself of where you're at. Try to stay at least ahead a week or so of the deadline, because a lot of times you'll get into problems just with the technical pieces of submitting something. So there are 184 students in the senior class, and 122 have already applied. So we're a week before the holidays, and 2/3 of students have already applied, which is awesome. So again, I think the most important piece of advice is to communicate with their counselor about where they are in the process, any concerns they might have. We've all done this for a long time with many students, and we understand the concerns and issues that you have, and we're here to not only help you through the technical pieces of it, but just to help you through the emotional piece of that process too. So just keep in touch with us, let us know how things are going, let us know when acceptances come in, because we're super excited to hear about those. But yeah, just check in with us and let us know how things are going.
Thank you, Mrs. Egan, for that helpful advice.
On Friday, December 15th, the Global Goods Sale took place in the Commons during lunches. We interviewed Assistant Principal Mrs. Evers and founder of Global Goods, Jackie Rogers, to find out more about the event. Let's see what they had to say.
Global Goods is an organization that works primarily to support educational initiatives around the world. So the sale is taking place this Friday, December 15th, throughout all the lunches and a little bit after the last lunch back. They have so many different types of goods, from jewelry to hats to scarves to stationery, all kinds of things that are made by individuals all over the world. But 25% of the sales from Grafton High School go into a scholarship fund for our graduating seniors. You've got Christmas shopping to do, you've got people you need to get some things for Christmas. Get them something special and unique that's handmade, and support education throughout the world by doing it.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
To Grafton High School. We're doing a fundraiser to raise money for scholarships, and we're doing it in coordination with you, because Global Goods is all about fundraising. We take all the money that we earn by doing this selling of things, and we put it back into education. Sometimes we do it locally, like here in Grafton, for scholarships, but then most of our money goes to foundations around the world. We have projects in Uganda, in Cambodia, in Ecuador, and Guatemala, Vietnam, and Indonesia. Sometimes some other small ones too, like Peru, we have an orphanage that we help support. But we put 100% of the money back into it because I'm a teacher by profession, and when I left teaching, I started Global Goods. So it's really fun because everything here is fair trade. So I go directly to the countries to buy everything, and I'm working with the artisans themselves, and that's why all the prices are pretty reasonable. Plus, I know that I'm making a difference with the people that I'm buying from. So it's 100% nonprofit, and I think I'm getting a really good response today from Grafton.
As the holiday break approaches, students are getting more and more excited for the time off. To see what the GHS community would be up to, I asked students about the holiday season. Let's take a look. Okay, so Rizal, what's your favorite holiday cookie?
My favorite holiday cookie is my dad makes sugar cookies every year, and they're always really good.
Holiday cookie would have to be the peanut butter blossom.
I love chocolate chip peppermint cookies. I make them at my house and they're really good.
Just chocolate chip cookies. You can have them any holiday.
I love my grandma's molasses cookies.
I like gingerbread cookies.
Yeah. I like jelly surprise cookies. Yeah, like the
What are
thumbprint
jelly?
Oh, they're like the sugar cookies where it's like a thumbprint in the middle and you fill it with jelly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You're like nope. Jelly's gross.
No, the strawberry ones are the best.
What's your favorite place to eat in Grafton?
My favorite place to eat in Grafton would probably have to be Cancun's. I think their food is super yummy.
Grafton. It depends what I'm in the mood for. I live really close to Wong, so it's a good Chinese restaurant that I like. And then Cancun's is also good, and Bushel and Peck if you're.
The Grafton Grill for sure. My family loves it there.
I like going to Bushel and Peck up towards like Grafton Common.
My favorite place to eat in Grafton would have to be Lakeview Has a Pizza. It's not because I work there, but their food is really great.
And what are you doing over Christmas break?
Over Christmas break, I will be spending time with my family, and I'll be going up to New York with my boyfriend's family.
Over break, I'll probably be doing a lot of art. I'll probably be making cookies, making Christmas food, hanging out with my family. It's gonna be fun.
I'm probably gonna see some friends and some family, and do a gift swap. A friend gift swap, a family gift swap.
Catching up on sleep that I can't seem to get during the school year.
I'm probably just going to be spending time with friends and family.
Probably I'll go skiing, maybe.
Skiing, probably applying to college.
Still.
Staying with spending time with family.
Yeah, just stay with me. Probably, yeah, spending time with family.
That's all we have today. Have a great vacation and see you next time on GHN.